First thing I want to say is, does this part get easier? I mean, I've been around you now your whole career, and you speak to guys, but this is not your thing. Does this get a little bit easier the more you do it?
I want to say yes and no. Sometimes it does, but, at the same time, every once in a while it gets difficult. You get some questions that's kind of hard to answer. So,
okay, fastest land animal. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just talk about your game, how you have evolved as a player. You obviously exploded as a freshman onto the scene. How do you think your game is changing, Charles?
I think I've done a lot more blocking than I have in the past, which is something that I need to work on a lot. It was probably my biggest thing that was holding me back. My freshman year, didn't do much blocking. So, being able to block and, run routes at the same time, it kind of gives the defense not being able to know what's going on.
That first year, you were almost exclusively an H-back type receiver. You played an awful lot more at running back. Do you enjoy that split, or is there a place you'd rather be?
I enjoy the split, actually. I enjoy moving around a lot, not having just one position, that the defense can focus on, but, moving it receiver, running back, just kind of switch it up a lot.
Talk about Chad Morris. I know you haven't had a lot of time on the field yet, but just from what you've seen, how will this offense look like last year's or 2 years ago, or is this going to be different?
Oh, he's a high-spirited guy. I think not much will change. He's a guy, he's into the same philosophy of the no huddle, going fast tempo. So I think it'll pretty much be a lot of the same.
This team obviously wants to get last year out of the way. So does that start right away? Do you go into camp right away with that whole feeling and the battle cry of get to East Carolina and let's start putting last year away?
Yeah, that's the main thing going into this camp. Main thing we had to get the ball back rolling. Nobody wants to have a disappointing season like we did last year. So going into camp, that's our main focus. You got the two-time defending conference champions, the first game, which is probably the best way to start out, a big test. We'll do everything we can to go down and win that one, but we know it'll be tough.
This is it for you. I mean, and I know it's got to seem like it went by awfully quick, and it certainly does to us. In this senior year, what part of your game do you want to improve on and get better at? Not just for this year, but because you got a chance to play next year.
I want to be, a guy that, my teammates can look to, be more of a vocal leader, which is something I haven't done in the past. I've kind of been the type to just try to lead by example. So that's something I have to try to work on. But at the same time, building on things, catching the ball, you can always get better at things. Things you think that you do good, you can always get better at.
Which game excites you the most? Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, or one of those things really kind of make your eyes bright up when you saw the schedule?
East Carolina, honestly. It's the first one. It's a team I haven't beat yet. They beat me in the conference championship. They beat us last year. So that's a team that, I really want to beat bad.
That was a Todd Graham answer. I like that. That's the next one. Good job.